I gotta say, I was very starstruck when I woke up this morning and realised who our guest was today. Jude Bolton, AFL and Sydney Swans Superstar. He's a two-time premiership player, he's played more than 300 games. I mean, come on, the guy's an absolute legend. But then I started to think about it. Yes, he's done amazing things with his career and his life, and he's succeeded in an amazing way. But he doesn't have any special powers that you and me lack. He's a human being. I wasn't interviewing Jude Bolton, Sydney Swans godlike superhuman person that has powers that you and me, mere mortals, lack. I was interviewing Jude, a simple guy from humble beginnings who navigated his way through the challenges of life to succeed in the incredible way that he did. I'm going to find out what he learned and how he did it. This is Nextgen Ed.
Hey, good to see you. You well?
Good to see you, brother.
Let's do this.
Who was the best pool player when you were walking around your career?
Goodsy was always very sharp. He was a bit of a hustler. We actually used to play every sort of Wednesday night down at the Beach Road Hotel in Bondi, and there'd be a big crew of the boys. And
just watch this. Let me just show you how you do this. Okay? Dealing with pressure, all right? Just have a crack.
I will say, there was one time, Beach Road Hotel, so it used to get packed on a Wednesday and we used to love it.
Yeah.
And I got beaten, like pants down. And
not literally, the pants wasn't down in front of you.
Well, one of the next tables went, hang on, you haven't potted a ball. Get your pants down. So I had to drop them. I left the jocks underneath, but I've had to go around the whole table. It was that embarrassing. But
that's the life of a professional athlete.
not good at all.
How do you deal with the pressure? Because everybody faces pressure.
For me, it's about embracing it. There's going to be pressure, but you just got to be saying, well, how am I going to focus? What's my coping mechanism? I think you try and put yourself in pressure situations during training and during the moment, so it feels autonomous in that time. Like where you don't want to be going, oh, this is a pressure moment. You want to be saying, I've done this over and over. So we always used to try and train at the right intensity, train with heaps of pressure at that time. But I mean, I still look back at even played in the grand finals, a few grand finals and things like that, and I've got a mate who always reminds me that I didn't kick a goal. Like I missed every set shot in a grand final, and that's just taking in the pressure. Like you got 95,000 in there and a couple of million people watching, and you start to think about external stuff rather than what you're meant to be there for. And I've been in that situation where you're trying to bury yourself on the ground and no, I don't want the football. Like you actually...
Really?
Yeah, like you just feel...
What gets you to that stage?
Oh, you feel like you're letting a team down, or you feel like if I get the ball, I'm going to turn it over, I'm going to give it away. So
wow.
It's a bad moment to go through. But
so how do you get out of that?
Yeah, you work with,
like how do you get out of that mental state that I don't want to be doing what I'm good at because I'm scared that I'll fail?
Yeah, I think you try and overcome, you speak to people, but also reaffirm the positives all the time. Go back to what you're good at. There's always a lot of mental imagery about seeing yourself doing the right things. I think a lot of people have the self-talk where you're looking for bad things to happen and you reaffirm that when it happens, whereas if you can reaffirm that you're good at this and reaffirm in a positive way.
Trust in
yourself, but then look for those positives as well. So
wow.
I used to do a lot of meditation before games.
That's helpful, isn't it? Because a lot of people in my generation don't understand how important that is.
Yeah, and I think there's a few people who probably maybe give it a bad rap, to be honest. I think it's just about centering yourself. Life's crazy. I mean, phone's always buzzing. Things are going a million miles an hour. But to be able to just sit there and say, what's this day look like? It's good in any part of your life. And I think it's good for kids going through, getting ready for big exams. It feels a pressure moment. Let's see yourself doing it well. And I used to see myself, singing the song after the game.
So visualising what you want, the outcome.
Yeah. So it's sort of
all right,
just mental imagery. Mental imagery.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I think it's your shot.
I played.
Oh, you've played and missed. Played and missed.
Okay, pressure. Let's see how he deals with the pressure. Visualise it, Jude.
Oh, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Oh, so it doesn't work. I can't the whiteboard.
No. See?
It's a good thing you're saying to put yourself out of your comfort zone.
Definitely.
Because that's where you grow the most.
That's the growing moments, absolutely. I think everyone loves to have life in general on their own terms, but when it gets a bit tough for you, that's when it's important to have your friends and family, but also see yourself grow in those moments as well.
Okay, I'm going to show you that your advice is pretty good. You pot this ball because I'm visualising it going right there.
My visualisation didn't work before,
Right,
but
well,
I think I'm seeing this one.
Let's just show you how it works.
Oh, that is definitely on.
Oh God!
Let's
go again. You want a beer or not? I'm gonna have one.
Yeah, I'll have
you
one.
Want one?
I'll have one for sure.
Beautiful. That was.
Can we just? So, never worked in a bar yet. Haven't got your RSA.
I'm done. We're finished. Get me someone else. Where's Brett Kirk?
Hey, we might have to change the couch.
Where's Brett Kirk? Oh my God. That's funny. Oh God.
There's yours, your ice cream. Oh, cheers. Let's just get this right.
Oh my God. I want to speak about talent a bit. Because there are a lot of people with talent who think that that's going to get them where they want to be.
Yep.
And there are a lot of people that don't have talent that think they'll never get anywhere.
I'm big on hard work outweighs talent. I mean, I saw it coming through my career. There was so many other probably more talented players coming through, but I knew that I wanted to work harder and I wanted it more. It's much more satisfying if you can realise that talent and maybe even extend yourself. I think the most impressive people that I've come across in my career are probably the ones who are less talented but worked hard to make an incredible career. I think,
that's like Brett Kirk and...
Oh, Kirky. I mean, as much as Kirky's just a hard nut, he was super talented as well. But what a way to extract everything out of his bones and fibre. Like, he'll go down as one of the greats, and
100%.
Deservedly so.
And he's also very spiritual. Like, he likes that meditation side of things, taking care of himself.
The tree hugger. Well, don't worry, I saw him before one game, and he'd watched the documentary on silverback gorillas before it. So he was in the shower before a game, beating his chest, going, "Oh," like a silverback gorilla, and we're going, "What is going on here?" Like,
oh God! Well,
tell you
mate,
what,
we've got to shut down Chris Judd.
Forget
about the gorillas. Judd's going to get 35 today. We're going to do something.
Get your head in the game.
I've got it, mate.
And sure enough, he just went and just took him to the cleaners.
Oh my God.
And we were all beating our chest after the game, going, "What about the silverback?"
People who think, there's so many more talented people out there, better than me. I'm not going to get anywhere good. I'm not going to really succeed because I just don't have the talent. Is that true, or do you think they can? And if so, how do they do that?
Absolutely, they can. I had them myself. I was told as a young kid, like 15, that there was a certain pathway to AFL, and I wanted to go that pathway. And they said, you have to play in the Vic squad. That's how you get drafted. I got cut for that for being too slow, not skillful enough. And then next year round, came back again thinking I'm in good form here, missed out again. So it just shattered me. And I actually ran into one of the coaches who was there a few years later, and he was one of the guys who actually cut me when I said, "I'll make you pay for that." Almost like I must have said in some sort of way, like,
You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see. And I think sometimes it's a good driver to have people knock you, but just you got to refocus. Don't let it get to you. And
so it doesn't matter, because some people draw their inspiration from positive places, and some people draw it from negative, and some people combine it. So it doesn't matter that you take inspiration from people telling you can't or you can, as long as you
find that
have that inspiration and you got that fire and you're just doing things.
Really true.
So you mentioned rejection, like you said, it shattered you.
Shattered me, yeah.
How do you deal with rejection? Because, and I know so many people, myself included, who have been for job interviews, who have been for this, who have been for that, across all different disciplines, acting, sport, whatever it is. And they get rejected and rejected and rejected.
No, dealing with that rejection, how do you deal with it? I think for me, it's about having a close-knit group, and I was always really lucky to have good mates, but really good family, and they were willing to hear me out when I was disappointed, when I was feeling shattered, but they're also there to support me and give me a hit up as well.
So you definitely think that it's important to communicate. You're not in it alone.
Have your friends and family, but be open enough to say, I'm feeling knocked around here. I need to be, and guys don't do that enough, is actually talk to their mates about that stuff.
And how important is culture? Because you were part of one of the best cultures on the planet, the Sydney Swans.
In terms of culture, I think you got to understand what we stepped into initially, and the culture wasn't terrific when we first came.
When you got there?
Yeah, like I think I remember, can really remember one talk we had was with Wayne Bennett came in and spoke to the players.
I hate that you got that in.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, Wayne Bennett came in and spoke to the players, and he was just eyeballing blokes. And he was said to Paul Kelly, who was one of the great players of the Swans and captain at the time, and he said, "How many premierships have you won?" And Kel was sitting in the front, and he said, "Yeah, none." And he said, "Well, you've got to change. Like, you've got to do what you're doing now is not working." He was just talking around attitude. He was just talking about making sure you have the right attitude when you turn up to train and play. And when Ruzi came in, it was all around making sure you bought into the team. And we changed the culture, but we had a group who was willing to change. There's so many hurdles in everything you do. Like, you
got to get used to that.
Shit hits the fan all the time. Like, don't worry. Like,
and you've got to get used to that. You've got to be used to being out of your comfort zone.
Out of your comfort zone, dealing with it when it doesn't go your way, and then coming through it. And that's what makes it more enjoyable. I think people sit there and go, "Oh, what was the premiership like?" And I can remember coaches before it saying, it's about the journey. You know, it's actually about all the tough losses. In 2005, when we won the first flag, we look back at the start of the year, and the head of the AFL was saying there's a brand of footy being played up in New South Wales which is not going to grow the game. It's a shock. It's ugly footy. And you know, like, that cut us deep because we were actually trying our asses off. Should we play darts or not?
Let's have a dart. Come on, we've had 3. Let's go. We should play dart. Oh, so close.
So you're in your realm here.
It's just so close.
You've misspent youth as well. It's good. Okay.
Let's see if I can learn from all the stuff you've told me about dealing with the pressure,
dig in,
visualising it, having a crack. I've got to get double 5, which I'm going to get right now.
Look at the lean. Look at
mate, I'm behind the line.
You're just a really long athlete. Look at that.
It's the arm. Okay, the Dustin Fletcher. That's what that is. Visualising it.
See the dart. Be the dart. Did you get that? Did you get that?
Oh, that's close. All right, I'm done.
Last one. I'm just going to close this out.
Close it out. Just let's make it simple.
I didn't even pick up that dart that ended up behind the couch because one, like, I need a vacuum to get down the back of there, but it's just like, I don't need it.
You certainly don't like confidence. So confidence is definitely important to succeed.
Don't worry, there's nothing like ribbing your teammates or your competitors. Like, there's
a bit of banter.
There's one and double 3. Double three to win. Close it out.
Down the bottom.
Close it out. Oh.
Here, I'll get you a double 3. There we go.
Good
double 3. Jude.
Good work, mate. Hey.
Thanks, mate.
Mate, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us,
Loved
mate.
it.
It's
really, I actually loved it.
So for next time, just maybe a little bit of work on the
pool.
technique. I'm happy to take a bit of feedback.
Well, obviously none of the advice works because I was doing everything I